You know, there's this struggle that so many people are going through, but we just don't talk about it enough. I'm talking about the silent, emotional roller coaster of trying to find a job.
And listen, this isn't some made-up story from a movie. This is the real, lived experience for lakhs, that's hundreds of thousands of young people. It's happening to our friends, our family members. Heck, it might even be happening to you right now.
So let's back up a bit. Where does this whole journey even begin? Well, it almost always starts from a place of hope, right? With big dreams and this amazing sense of excitement for the future.
I mean, think about it. After all those years of school, all that hard work, the dreams are pretty simple, aren't they? You just want to make your parents proud. You want to be independent, live a good life, and actually use all the skills you spent years learning. This is supposed to be the moment.
And then, bam, you get the email. Or maybe you don't even get an email. You just know. You are not selected. Those 4 little words, they hit like a ton of bricks. It's that first, harsh dose of reality. And for so many, it's a phrase they'll hear over and over again.
And that's when you enter this new phase. We'll call it the cycle of rejection. It's the daily grind, this loop that can feel completely soul-crushing, and it becomes the new normal.
So what does that look like? Well, the routine is relentless. You wake up, you fire up the laptop and open the job portals. You send out resume after resume. You might even land a few interviews. And then you wait. And you wait for replies that a lot of the time just never show up. You're just stuck in limbo.
And this is where you hit what I call the job seeker's paradox. It's that classic catch-22, right? Every job ad says experience required. But you're thinking, how am I supposed to get experience if nobody will give me a chance to gain experience? It's this incredibly frustrating loop that feels impossible to break.
And yet, even with all that frustration, even with the ghosting, there's this little voice, right? This tiny flicker of hope that just won't go out. It's the thing you tell yourself to keep going. Okay, next time will be better.
But, everything we've talked about so far, that's just the stuff people see. The applications, the interviews, there is a whole other war being waged, and it's happening inside. It's the unseen battle, the mental and emotional pressure.
And it starts with the questions, doesn't it? From well-meaning family and relatives. So, didn't you get a job yet? They probably don't mean any harm, but oh man, every single time you hear it, it just feels like a little paper cut, reminding you over and over. Or how about this one? So, what are you doing at home all day? As if you're just sitting around doing nothing? It totally ignores the fact that job hunting is a full-time job. And yeah, questions like that, they start to wear you down. They just chip away at your self-esteem.
Honestly, though, as tough as all that outside noise is, the biggest pressure, the heaviest weight comes from inside. It's that nagging self-doubt that shows up late at night. It's what keeps you awake, staring at the ceiling, and forces you to put on that fake smile the next day when all you want to do is scream.
Okay, but this is where the story pivots. This is so important because while all of this is happening, something else is being built. Something incredible is growing under the surface. It's a kind of silent strength, the kind the rest of the world never even notices.
Yeah, what people don't see, what they can't see behind the "I'm fine, still looking," is the sheer strength of a job seeker. This isn't just toughness, it's a deep resilience that gets forged in the fire of all that rejection and doubt.
And what does that resilience actually look like in practice? Well, it's a cycle. They get that rejection email. They get ghosted after a great interview. They fall down. It hurts. But what do? The very next morning, they get up and they do it all over again. They stand up.
And trust me, they feel tired. So tired. Emotionally, mentally, completely drained. And you know what? The easiest thing in the world would be to just quit, to just give up. But they don't. They keep pushing. They keep trying. And you have to ask, why? What keeps them going? It's this core belief, deep down inside, that their time will come. It's a quiet confidence that all this pain, all this effort, it's going to be worth it in the end. So that brings me to the whole point of this. If you are one of the people going through this right now, I really need you to hear this next part. This is for you.
First things first, you are not useless. Let me say it again. You are not useless. A no from a company is not a no on your value as a human being, period.
And you are not weak. Are you kidding me? Getting up day after day to face this kind of uncertainty,
That takes a kind of strength most people don't even know they have.
What you are is in the process. That's it. This isn't who you are. This struggle, this waiting game, it's not your identity. It's just a chapter, a temporary part of your larger story. And I want you to hold on to this. One day, all of this struggle is going to be the backstory to your success. And that story, it's going to inspire someone else who's right where you are now.